Hello and welcome to this solo playthrough of Advanced Squad Leader. I'm Robin Reeve and we will be starting to play LFT139 RIDE of the 200th, and it will be the Chinese turn 1. So first of all, I made an error in my setup, placing, if I remember well, the mortar here and dummies here. But the setup instructions specify that Japanese need to be adjacent or in huts. So I repositioned the units here. I'm going to remove those counters so you see them. Okay. And the mortar, of course, changed his bore sighting to this hex. Okay. And it's okay because it's quite high. 3 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, it could be hindered if it was lower, but there we are. Before we go further, I suggest I'm going to read quickly the rules about huts, because we don't meet huts every time. So I highlighted the important elements. So the huts are 1 level plus 1 LOS hindrance, like an out-of-season orchard, of course, unless collapsed. But only if the LOS crosses the building depiction. Okay, we're going lower and lower and lower. Oh, it doesn't want to work. Yes, it does. It's me who am clumsy. The fire lane, it doesn't affect a fire lane, so it's a soft hindrance, as we say. TM up 1. Okay, heat bombardment, we don't care. A V-dozer entry we could, but we could look at if it's not using VBM. There's something with something about it collapses, but I don't know if I'm going to enter with my building in huts deliberately. Collapse, it's otherwise by a DC or HE attack. And when it's collapsed, and of course if you have units in it, they have a Pintas check. Okay, a collapsed hat has no TM but is still a +1 hindrance, like across the building depiction. That's like let's say grain or brush hindrances. I think that's nearly all. Yeah, you have a risk of fire when you fire with small arms at point blank or triple point blank, Molotov cocktail, machine gun at any range, IFE at any range, DCHA, okay, and there's a 1 on the IFT effects DR. And in that case, a flame is created. As the EC are dry, we could have some huts blazing, or at least taking fire. So I went very quickly through those rules, but I think we have everything. The only element I didn't want to ponder upon, because it's quite, I don't think it will occur, I don't know. So if, a mobile AFV may enter a non-collapse hut. No bog, but there's no risk of falling in cellar, and automatically collapses a hut. Okay, there we are. And afterwards, units, of course, will take a PTC. Okay, I won't look more further here, but you have an idea of what a hut is in ASL. So here we are with our positions. So we'll roll for the weather. Okay, no effect. And time now for the Chinese. They cannot deploy anyway. The Kuomintang may not deploy. So next phase, prep fire, of course, nothing. And next phase, movement phase. So here we come. So the idea, as said, would be to make a screen of vehicular dust. I even checked the rules. I didn't read it properly in my head, at least. That means if they move and stop at the end, still always expending 2 MP maximum to enter a hex and even to stop, I think. Vehicular dust remains if they are not in motion, but they move, but it goes away during the next friendly prep fire. Just as a reminder, it's when the tank enters, the vehicle enters a new hex at the cost of 2 or less MP. So it's just about entry. If it stops in it or pivots or, you know, change VCA, that has no effect on dust. Okay. That's it. I'm saying that because we have some brush here. So if the vehicle simply enters without, it should work. So we are in the movement phase, so we'll have our first platoon. Oh, please. Platoon here, who are entering 1. I'll place the dust in the end because it's not immediate. 2, 3. We want to stop something around here. I'd say perhaps here. 4. And here we spend 8 to enter, so there's no dust. So that's 12. Oh no, 4. We spend 7. That's 11, 12, 13. So we moved up here. So we need vehicular dust here, which is vehicle. Where am I? Yeah, there we are. Hee hee hee. There we are. There it is. Okay, so there they stop. Yeah. What can we do? I think we can also move those also as a platoon. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 11. That's no 4 up to 10. That would be, we spend 6, so 10. And we enter 11, 12 and stop for 13. And we now have vehicular dust here. And of course, the Japanese is holding their fire. Just, oh, there's a really. Now I think, let's say we maneuver here in a more intelligent way. So anyway, no, it doesn't change anything. Stop, stop. Stop being stupid, Robin, and don't take back your movements. Okay, so here we will be moving 1. Who sees them? I don't think. Oh yes, we see, yes. I think those will have a LOS to it through them. Yeah, hindrance 3. That. So I'm just showing my guys. Hello. There we are. So they lose concealment. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't need to move further, or should they? No. I think late CX. Okay. Nobody's firing on them yet. 1, 2, 3, 5. Late CX. 1, 2, 3, 5, and we'll leave the CX upstairs. There we are. What do we have here? We'll wait because it's not very interesting. So yeah. So we'll try to move slightly up here. Oh, that's dangerous. We could get something in our nose. If we move here, would we have 2? Let me see. Move here. 2, 2. Yeah. 1. 2. This could be interesting, but we're not doing 3, 4. And we'll be following suit here also. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay. I should have put, this is strange. No, it's okay. Yeah, 2, 3. We'll do it. So the tank anyway has enough MP. I'm not counting them. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why'd you say 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Tank's turning now. 6, 5, 7, 6. And we see you. It's taking a risk with all those people, but you know, it's even taken a really bad risk. But anyway, we could fire on them. I think it could be a nice thing to do, even if we're taking a lot of risk. So we'll fire here 6 flat. Oh, please. 6 flat. Okay, pin does check, not too bad. Pin for the leader. Pin and his men are not influenced. Okay, so we need to do 7. Bus. Miss bus. Bus. No, bus. Miss bus bus. So down they go. And I'm going to use here, I don't know where's the status. Ah, yes, pin. There we are. Wonderful. And there's a stupid, I don't put the residual fire, has no sense here. One, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. We're separating now. 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4. And moving together here. 4. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, so 1, 2. I bet we have somebody here, but I don't want to show it. 1, 2, 3. And of course we lose it because we are invisible. And here 1, 2, and remaining hidden, and yeah, nobody officially sees them. Those don't want to show themselves yet. I could put dust here, but it's useless. No, because they spent all their MP. So, oh, they could to enter 1, and they delay, so they have. But for what use? There's anyway nothing, nobody's seeing. So let's remain logical. So 1, 1, 2, 2, and we separate. 4. And here we'll be moving up and stopping. And the Japanese capture their first hut, which was anyway conceded from the start. So there we are for the movement phase. Now defensive fire phase. So here it will be something we can try to do. So strangely, yeah, when playing solitaire, I think those appear also. So here we have an infantry gun, which I think I'm going to fire on the T-26, which is the most, let's say, dangerous AV around. And it's larger than the midget L3. So up 2 because it moves, -1 for distance. So it's up 1. I need a 9 to hit. Hit. And rough kept. Hit on the up structure, which is 2. So 37 star is 7 at 2 hexes, up 1, that's 8, -2, 2 kill, 6. Oh, it bursts in flame. Really, really, really. Burn, baby, burn. Okay. I'm going to try to fire on this one, this one. No, this one is a good thing. So they have 2 because they move 2 because they are smallish. -1, that's up 3. I need a 5 to hit. Miss. There's no acquisition, I remind you. So firing again, up 3. Oh, it was up 3. Sorry. I'm going back. So I said I needed a 7, and I made a 7. So yeah, it was a hit and rough kept. So hit 7, 8, -1, 7 to kill. Okay, they are broken. And they try to, they're broken, they're destroyed. Crew survival, no, it's only 2, so we're going on. Oh, it's awful. And here, firing, need a 7, 2. Okay, hit, I'll hit anyway, don't shit. Rough lost, and it's a 2 kill of 7. So down they go. Well, that's horrible, isn't it? That's horrible. But we are not done. Well, here, I don't know what we're trying to do. We could fire up there or there, but I think this one is more dangerous. So, I don't know, saying anything. Not sure I have a loss, so I'll try here. Yeah, I can squeeze one. So up 2, need an 8 to hit. Hit. Is there a rough? Yes. But yeah, rough. So the ATR is 6 base and rather than 6. Yeah, and we are at 3 hexes. So 20L6 at 3 hexes. Oh, we still have up 1, so it's 7. Was it turret hit? Yes. So 7 -2, 5 to kill. No. Body fire again. So we need, as usual, an 8. Hit, hull hit. So it's 7 -1, 6 to kill. 1 over, but I think that with machine gun, there's no effect, you see. Okay. And it lost rough, didn't it? Yes. Those guys will fire. Oh, sorry, anything. That's stupid. I want to destroy it. There we go. So we will be firing here against our ball-sighted hex here. So, height advantage doesn't count, but the tank does. So, but not on the 2 hits. So at that distance, 3, 6, 9, nothing happens. So I need a 7 to hit, but it won't only hit the vehicle with a 5. That's it. Oh, hit everybody. And the IFT is 2. And I have the ROFA. Okay, no effect, but I have acquisition. I believe that it adds 2. I'm going to check, but I'm quite sure. Well, my intuition was wrong. If case M and N both apply, fire may choose one or the other. Case N being the acquisition. So here I fire with -1. Anyway, I'm firing again. Okay. Bang. Hit again. No sun. And it's 2 and 5. Okay. -1 or 2 against the tank, you won't do anything. But against infantry, of course, it will do something. I'm looking for the OBA thing against units. I'm looking in my notes. The FFA, so -1. Oh yeah, it's only -1, so 2 and 4, nothing. So nothing against the tank. Of course, acquisition is done. Did it keep? It kept rough. So 2 and 5, but up 1 for the tank. So yeah, it's a Pintas check. Pintas check for the little guys here. Okay, this time there's perhaps a sniper. No. So we go on pounding on them. Need a 9 anyway. Oh, critical hit. So how does this work? I must do a random selection, I believe, to know who is hit. Oh my. Yes, there's a need of random selection. And you have here also that versus an AFV, if it's selected, it's as 1.55, that means -1, but with double FB. Okay. So let's see who is hit. Random selection, tank, and now the squad. So it's the tank. So we have a base of 50 meters, which is 6 goes up to 12. 12 -1, and if we have a K or something, that means around 4. We should. Okay, so we're playing with the IFT, the same IFT. Oh, there we are. We got it. Well, okay, -1. We're looking at it. Oh, really? I must find my tables now. Oh, really? There we are. So, indirect fire. Okay, so it's 3 -1. It's 3. Oh, by Jove. Okay. It goes down to 2. Okay. So 12. His 2 is a KIA, and here we are. So equal to a K. No, it's smaller than a K. Is it smaller than the half? No, the K is 4. Yeah, the K is 4. No, K is 3. Now we're going to 2, so it's smaller but not half, so it eliminates the tank normally. And the guys are hit with a simple 3, up 1 for the tank, so that's 4. And so that's just 2 and 4. It's a 1 MC. Okay. This is becoming complicated. Wreck. Okay, crew survival. Okay, no crew survival. And doesn't generate a sun. And the guys under need to pass a 1 MC, which they don't. 10. Okay, they have ELR 3, so it's not too terrible, but there we are. Oh, that was an incredible shot. Where was it to hit? Oh, yes, we kept Rolf. This is completely crazy. So firing here. Firing here. We need a 7. I'm just checking loss, but I don't see what would change things. But you never know. No, not even a hindrance. Okay. So there we are. 7 to hit. That's what one calls a Rolf tier with a, which is quite rare with a 2 Rolf. Okay, and then put that tank right down here. because it plays no role. Okay, that was really bad. So here we will try to fire against this tank with the ATR. It's also well placed. I don't know how the Chinese will pull out of this situation. So here we are. The tank has +2, +1 for height advantage. I could have tried hull down. I didn't. Okay, there we are. So +3, need 7 to hit. We hit, hull hit 1, ROF lost. And we have 7 -1, 6 to kill. Okay. Well. I think it's the time to try things. So here, Condor will keep put, but the guys will fire as ordnance against the T-26. Need an 8. They hit. Okay, so it's 4, goes up 5 because of the distance. -2, need a 3 to kill. No, but they kept ropes, so they go on, I think. Okay. They hit. Hull hit, so it's a 1 needed. 7 -1, 6 to kill. No. Can't be good every time. I think as we have taken a good advantage. We can unhide those guys, or unhide, unconceal, and fire here against the same. Need an 8 too. Oh, we break our Nambu. There it is. What could we do here? I think we'll keep cool. Better still have the Chinese guessing about some of our stacks. So there we are done with defensive fire. Advancing fire phase, that is very complicated for the Chinese. I don't know how we're going to pull this out. Okay, so here the T-26 will fire at what is the main danger here. So they fire with the machine gun 2 up 1. It's a hut. Okay. And the gun will simply mark it ATT. Okay. There we are. And here we will be concentrating our shots also against the same. 4 up 1. Okay. We don't have a lot of things to do here. Well, we're a good leader. We'll try to fire on the first. Or should we try to yeah, we must stop those guys. So normally we have 3. It's 1.5 and 0.75. That's 2.25 and 2. That's 4. Directed by Mr. I don't know who's it. Sun. So 4 up 2, up 1 because of the leader. Okay. No. And the tank will, yes, pivot. First of all, fire its CMG here, 2 up 1. Okay. And now pivot its turret here for an ATT. Very improbable unless something happens. And there's no ROF anyway. So there we are. There we are. 2 up 1. We're not adjacent with small armed fires, but that's a pin dust check. Oh, there we are. That would be 1 up 1. We really need to pull everything we have. So 1 up 1 against those. Okay, pin dust check. Okay, they're pinned, so what? Nothing new, but there's a sniper here. Possible sniper. There we are for the advancing fire phase. Route phase. Here we have some guys who will move away out of harm's way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nothing else. And now advancing. So that's the thing. Should we or should we not? No, I don't think. I think we need to. Those will move into the dust. So what can we do else? Do you know? Those move undercover here. I don't know how to do things. Yeah, we'll move out of harm's way here also. Yeah, no, we don't want to move under that mortar fireplace. Here we move into and under the tank. Remaining concealed. Okay, advance phase. That was it. Sorry. Close combat. Remove all the pins. Does anyone conceal? I don't think so. But it's grim for the Chinese. They lost 4 tanks of 7. Yeah. So I tried to follow the historical thing, saying that they could advance in the plain with the vehicle dust. It's interesting, but after all, and I didn't want to fire with those. It would be 1 up, 1 is already nothing. There we are. So no close combat, no concealment. So off we go to the Japanese turn. And I changed the zoom a little. Let's say the proportion between. Yes, let's go down to. This could be nice, or even 120. There we are. Okay, so we see better the terrain. I think it's not too small for you, or should we? Perhaps we should zoom afterwards to different situations. Anyway, we have the Japanese turn. But the Chinese need to move quite fast because they have only 5 turns. Perhaps moving from the upper part only would, put pressure only on one side of the battlefield. Perhaps that should be the thing to do. I don't. Yeah, they took some risks making a too broad advance. But here now they are protected, of course. All in all, I hope you're having some fun looking at this scenario, and see you next time for the first Japanese turn. Bye-bye.